Howdy y'all, back again today with some more eye candy. Short stack of books that I put into Mylar. Actually, so a few of these I just re-Mylar'd, actually. Put them in fresher Mylar. Oh, that's some awful glare, ain't it? But there's the Matt Wagner Batman and the Mad Monk, #1 of 6. There's 2 copies in there. I also have another bag upstairs with 2 copies. I must have got a good deal on these or something. And of course the cover is so classic. What, Petey? What do you hear, baby? My dog's barking. What do you hear, Petey? Huh? I know. I might break some of this stuff out here one of these days. If anybody's interested to buy or trade. But we'll see. Here's a Koch Warehouse copy of Shadow #2. Superb any way you cut it. Glorious. Copy. Just ridiculously beautiful. Insane, right? Yeah. Koch copy of Shadow #3. Same deal. Just ridiculously beautiful. Razor sharp, off the rack freshness. Shadow #4. Same deal. Classic Michael Kaluta. Yes, indeed. Here's a great copy of Superboy 182 that Shannon gifted me here a few months ago. This is one of his childhood favorites. That's a great Nick Cardy cover. More Koch Warehouse stuff that I got in the late 80s. Johnny Thunder #1. The beautiful unopened quality razor sharp quality that you can expect from these Koch books. They're just great. I gotta focus there. Just lovely, lovely stuff. Yes, indeed. Alex Toth. That's a reprint cover. And the art inside is reprint also. But here's another lovely Alex Toth. Johnny Thunder, this is #3. Again, you get that unopened Koch Warehouse superbness. Just beautiful. Yes, Alex Toth. Here's an old off-the-rack Sergeant Rock, #375. Very dynamic Joe Kubert cover. Great colors, the white and the red. Yeah, that's a beauty. More Koch incredibleness. My best copy of Supernatural Thrillers #1. Razor, razor, razor sharp. This book has not a blemish on it. It is stunningly beautiful. Perfect spine. Absolute perfect bullseye centering. White pages. Steranko cover. Supernatural Thrillers #1. How can you go wrong, right? Here's my Koch Warehouse copy. Best Koch Warehouse copy of Supernatural Thrillers #2. Another great Steranko cover. The Invisible Man. More of the same. Razor sharpness that I usually got from the Koch Warehouse. Just insanely sharp. razor sharp newsstand fresh. Now these next 4 books are also from the Koch Warehouse, and for the life of me I thought I had sold all of my extra copies of Koch Warehouse Swamp Thing, and I only had my best set of all 10 issues, Wrightson's 10 issues. But lo and behold, here about 2 weeks ago, I finally decided to open a box that was up there sitting with my reader, my unbagged readers. And I don't really dig around those too much. Here's number 6. Because in my mind, that box was just a stack of about 30 or 40 books that were also just readers. And most of them were. And most of them weren't even bagged. But these, thank God, were bagged and boarded. But I was stunned. I thought I got rid of all my extra copies at least a decade ago on eBay. But I found, what was that? 7, 8, 6, and 4. And I'm sure these are all Koch Warehouse copies. I reckon that because the only spare copies that I ever had of Wrightson's Swamp Thing that didn't come from the Koch Warehouse were 2 copies that I bought of number 1, and I also had a copy of number 7, which is in my reader stacks. So I know those 4 books came from the Koch Warehouse. They're all about very fine, maybe very fine plus. Well, but here's a nice old, very colorful, very arty Superman Adventures 58. Y'all know I love my Superman. Just a few more here. The 1998 Fantastic Four number 1. I bought a bunch of these 98 relaunch Marvels in a 99-cent sale from Mile High Comics some years ago. Here's the great Superman Unchained number 1, the DC Comics Essential printing that Dave Becker sent to me here a week or 10 days ago. Yep, looking sharp in that Mylar, right? Just a couple more. Here's some more copies. I must have been really crazy about this issue, 282, with the Infinity cover, because I have at least one more upstairs, which I'm assuming is my best copy, and I put 2 in this bag, so 2 more copies of FF 282. Yeah. Razor sharp. Goodness. Finally, another old off the rack for me, the great Frank Miller cover, Superman the Secret Years number 3. This came out in the winter of 85, January or something like that of 85. I remember it well. Just seems like yesterday. Anyway, that was just some more eye candy. Closing in on finishing up the books. I've got less than 100 to put into Mylar. So I'll report back in a little while about that. And in the meantime, be happy, stay safe. Thanks for watching. See y'all later. Bye-bye.